Janelda. Having technical difficulties today, apparently. Well, happy Thursday, and welcome to week 27, or week 37, goodness sakes, of the 2025 Bead Stash Challenge. I'm Paula Montgomery from Desert Cat Creations, and I'm glad you can all join me today. So we're going to make our project this week. We're going to make a bottle marker. It was a wine glass or a bottle marker. We're going to mark our bottle instead of our wine glass today. And we're going to be using magenta, green, flexible beading wire, and rainbow colors in our design. So this should be a pretty quick design. So we'll get started in a few minutes, but I did want to share with you, my schedule is going to be off again this weekend. We had a death in the family on my husband's side, so we're going out of town on a funeral. We're leaving on Sunday. So I'm going to do my drawing on Saturday. I think I'll do it live on Saturday, and then we will be back in time for me to do the regular live next Thursday. So these things happen. Things come up unexpectedly, and September has just been kind of crazy. But the good news is after that, everything will settle down for a while, and we should be able to get our scheduled make along for our big cactus, our big saguaro cactus, and our prickly pear. I'm really excited. I want you guys to make these and be able to use them. So we're, like I said, as soon as I get back, we'll get that scheduled, and things will work on that. So thank you, Janelda. Yeah, it wasn't unexpected, but it was, he'd been sick for a long time, but at least he's not suffering anymore, so that's all good. So all right, let me flip the camera around and we will take a look at what we've got here. Let's see, I was having troubles zooming earlier, so hopefully stop that. Oh, why? The camera seems off, but we're good. So yeah, it is always hard, but it'll be good to see a lot of family. I haven't seen many of them in quite a few years, actually. So I just wanted to show you guys, I did finally finish my second earring, and I did go back and make the dangle a little shorter for the part in the moon so that it dangled a little better, but it was kind of fun boho earrings. So like I said, I'll post those up. And again, I love the color of these little blue crystals. Of course, when I read the description, the color is teal, so why would I not like them, right? Since everybody knows that's my favorite color. All right, what are we gonna work with today? So we've got our flexible beading wire. We're going to use soft flex medium today. We've got some crimps because gotta have crimps. I've got a strand of rainbow, what are these, cylinders, I guess, from Beadoria and Stars Beads. So we're going to use those for our rainbow colors. This strand is a lot of fun because, oh look, it has teal in it. So can't go wrong there, right? Yeah, I saw that, unless you buy the whole bundle. Which sometimes when they're through selling the bundle, then they all of a sudden come up with more. I don't know, but we'll see. And then I have to use magenta. I decided that this was red in here, so I pulled a couple beads from the Beadoria magenta mix that they were selling. I don't know if it's still available or not. but we're going to throw those in. And then I thought I am going to make a little bottle marker with some letters. So I am going to spell out Pinot Noir, which I love Pinot Noirs that come out of Oregon and Northern California. One of my favorite places to go in Sonoma is called Chateau. My brain is going blank now here. I'll think. Oh, Domaine Carneros. It's a. They're related to Tattingers in France, and they do Pinot Noirs are their only red wines, and then they do sparkling wines. I highly recommend their wines. They're very good, and I know you can get them in. I have a wine club delivery every couple months, but you can get, I know, some of their wines in your grocery stores or wherever you can buy wine, depending on what state you live in. So, anyways, all right. So, what I'm gonna do, I have a nice empty bottle of wine here. Now, like, I've saved this bottle. I have to say the wine was not very tasty, but I love this bottle for obvious reasons because it has this beautiful saguaro on it. But you notice it doesn't say what kind of wine it is. So I'm going to make something just to dangle around the top. Now, I will say, when you go to pour the wine, your dangle's going to go fine. But in which case, you know, you might want to use, I would probably use elastic, because maybe I could put it on a little tighter, but you know, if it's just sitting there, it'll be fine. So anyways, that's what we're going with. So I'm thinking something, I'm gonna measure. So looks like about 6 inches around is good. It has to be at least trying to do so it has to be at least 3.5 to 4 inches to go over the top of the wine bottle, and then I wouldn't go past 6 inches, and that's total length, just because then it'll slip down in front of your wine, or off. It'll slip down over the bottle. Now, you know, they're different shape and sizes of wine bottles, but the top part is usually about pretty consistent. So I was thinking I'd put these the magenta beads around my letters, which you cannot see because they are tiny. Let's see if I can. I will. So you can see what I'm doing there, but I don't know that I want to leave it that zoomed in, but we can try it. If I'm too off the screen, I'm gonna have to zoom back out. But so I'm thinking, you know, because the magenta kind of goes with the red wine colors. And I'm going to open this strand, and then I was thinking I would put you know, the beads around, and I'm getting my green in by using the rainbow strand. Okay, didn't feel like I needed a second one there. So let's see. Actually, I got some rain here yesterday. That was very exciting. We have not had much rain for our monsoon season. Has been very quiet and dry. We really needed it. So there's supposed to be another storm coming through later today. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we'll get some more rain. Let's see. All right. So I'm just putting one set of the rainbow on my wire. And I have a feeling that I'm going to have to take some beads off because I'm pretty sure this is going to be too long. I did consider just using the Pinot, and then I could put it on either a Pinot Noir or a Pinot Grigio. But I decided that since I was using these magenta beads, that the Pinot Noir made more sense. So if you're not a wine person, you may not realize that the Pinot Grigio and the Pinot Noir are from the same grapes. It's just they use the skins to add the skins to make the red color. And like I said, they have up in Sonoma in the Carneros region around Sonoma and Napa, they have really good wine. And you know, if you're lucky, you can go visit Softflex while you're there and meet the Softflex crew. It's kind of a pretty place. We like to go up there and just hang out, enjoy the food. Actually, looks like we are gonna just be right at where we need to be. So I'm going to, put a bead stopper on that end before I send my beads flying all over the place. So have any of you started getting ready for Halloween yet? Certainly a favorite time around our house. I can't believe that September's gone so quickly, but you know, I was gone for a couple weeks, so or almost 2 weeks, so that did sort of take up a lot of my September. All right, let's see what. Now, you know, I could probably seal this a couple ways, and I am going to try something. We'll see if it works. So what I could do is put my crimp on and run my tails, you know, both going the same direction, and just crimp it there. But I was thinking I might try, and we'll see if it works, if I can run these in different directions through my crimp. And then I'm going to have a much nicer or much smoother finish, because I can kind of just connect these. And I try to run them through a couple beads. I did not check the holes in these though, so that may not work. Oh, wait, there it goes. I am currently trying to stuff it the end through this bead, and almost there. I'm going to use my pliers to help me a little here. So when you have a tight fit like this, you know, you need to get to where you can pull this through a little bit. All right, now I'm going to move my crimp over and see if I can do the same thing on the other side. So I know it should fit because we managed to get it through on the one side. Actually, that one went through a little easier. So now I'm just gonna grab that tail and pull it. So what I'm going to do is grab both my tails and try to pull them both tight. And you know what, I don't know if this is how most people would do it, but it's what I'm doing today. So all right, so there we got a tight ring, and now I should be able to just crimp that. We'll see if our magic crimper will fit in there. We may have to nudge our way in a little. And so remember, you put your center your crimp in the divot on the magic crimper and squeeze. And then I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and squeeze again. And now I'm just gonna slowly go around that crimp with small squeezes until we get the nice bead looking thing there. So all right, so and now I'm going to trim, and I got to be careful not to cut the base here. All right, so now we have a nice little ring that says Pinot Noir on there. So I don't know about you guys, what you like to eat or drink if you drink wine, but a good Oregon Pinot Noir from Willamette Valley with some salmon is one of my favorite combinations. All right, so there we go. Now we can put that on, and it just sits there nicely around the top and labels it. And you know, you could put anything there because you know most wines do have a label on the front that tells you what the wine is. Like this one was a Petit Syrah, but anyways, there we go. We did that. And you know, worst case, if you have multiple bottles of wine and you get tired of that thing falling off when you pour, because you know it is going to fall off, you can just set it in front of your bottle. Not a wine or beer person. I think you said you were a rum and coke, right? I like a lot of different types of drinks. You know, we drink a lot of wine, we drink beer, we drink cocktails. As far as hard liquors go, I have to say tequila is my favorite. so, all right, so that's how you can make a bottle marker. And you know, you could put anything on there. You could put a person's name, you could put Merry Christmas, you could put anything. But I think, you know, the way to use their flexible beading wire, we used our magenta beads. Put this out of the way. And we have green, magenta, flexible beading wire, rainbow, and it's a wine bottle marker. So that all on the screen here. So quick project today, because you know, there's, unless if I was making wine glass markers, I'd have had to make multiples, you know, because I like to drink with a friend, and that's when you have to mark your glasses, right? So, anyways, all right. Anyways, there's our project. And you know what? It would work for any kind of alcohol. It doesn't have to be a wine bottle, right? So just as a reminder, so I am working with Kay over at Stars Beads to set up a time to do the make along. I don't know which one we're going to do. I have to talk to her about that, and then we'll schedule the other one. She's got a sick child, so I don't know how ready she is to set up a time, but we'll get that situated. And I also don't know if it's going to be on her timeline. You know, she usually does Monday, Wednesdays, or mine, which would be Sunday or Thursday. Okay, so just to let you know, it probably won't be Thursday because I like to do my card projects on Thursdays, and then, but we'll figure something out. If that's the only thing that works out, we will make sure we get our project in, our weekly project, as well as the make along. So I'm looking forward to getting that scheduled and everything being back to normal. It's been a little crazy around here, just between catching up from the trip. I think I'm finally feel like I'm in pretty good, almost back to normal on the time zones. Still waking up a little bit early, and tired at the end of the day, but I can make it through the day without feeling super jet lagged, so that's good. And just in time for me to go get jet lagged somewhere, because we're gonna be on East Coast time for a few days. So anyways, we will get that to work. So thanks again for joining me. As always, if you want to rewatch any of these videos, they are on YouTube. Sometimes, like this last one, it was giving me a hard time to download it, but once I got it downloaded, I did get it up there last night. So they will usually be up there within the week. If it's less than 30 days, you can find them on our Desert Cat Creations Facebook page. But if it's after 30 days, then they will be on our YouTube channel, as long as they let me keep them there. And they're usually on YouTube, you know, within a day or two after the show. So please like and follow us on Desert Cat Creations on Facebook and Instagram, as well as subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm getting closer to having enough subscribers on YouTube that we can broadcast simultaneously on both of those. So looking forward to when that's the case. So anyways, thanks for helping me out, those of you that you have already subscribed, and I look forward to having some more fun projects. So like I said, I will be on, I think, Saturday. I don't think I have anything planned, so I may aim for my normal noon Pacific time, but I will make a post of the time change just so that people know. And then, like I said, next Thursday, we should, barring anything that I don't, you know, unforeseen, I will be on at my regular time on Thursday. So I hope you guys have a great week. Have a chance to be creative. Please post in our Bead Stash Challenger group. If you haven't joined, please join our Bead Stash Challengers group and share with us what you're making. And, you know, it's a great place for getting some ideas and just, you know, if you want to ask for guidance, if you're a new person, we're more than happy to help you. Every post gets you in the drawing. And I realized I did not do a giveaway for August because I left right away. So I will give some more thought to that when I get back. Maybe we'll just give an extra bonus to something next month. So anyways, but yeah, get in our drawing, make some posts, share with us. Everybody, you know, it's a great place to find some inspiration. And if you have any questions, just feel free to message me at Desert Cat Creations, or if you can't find Desert Cat Creations, you can message me at Paula Montgomery if that works better for you, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So I will see you all this weekend, and good luck. Good luck making some creative designs. I want to see them. So, all right, bye.